If you are under 500 elo and are tired of getting destroyed by the fried liver, losing your rook and crying yourself to sleep, then this video is for you, because I'm about to show you 2 ways to counter the fried liver attack and win more games. First, I used Lichess database to set up this position. Then I filtered out games from 400 to 1200 elo, since this is where you will commonly see the fried liver. I then found the best moves for black and the most common white responses. Now the common way to stop the attack is to push this d-pawn and block the bishop. But that's boring. What you want is something to punish your opponent for thinking you are trash enough to lose to this attack. So instead, bring your bishop to c5, and this is the Traxler. If your opponent has tunnel vision and takes the pawn, just sacrifice your bishop with check. The most common response is to take back, which leads to another check. The common move is to go back, and you can check with your queen. If they slide over, it's checkmate. But what if they block with the pawn? Just sack the knight, bro. Free rook for you. But if your opponent doesn't take the knight and goes for your rook instead, just take theirs back, and you now have a discover check with your queen. The only move is e2, which allows another check from your other knight. The most common move for white in this position would be to slide over once again, but that now opens up a fork on f2, and you have now won the queen and pretty much won the game as well. Before I show you the second counter, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to create more chess content. Back in this position, instead of moving your bishop, you're going to take the pawn on e4. If they continue the attack, just get your queen out and threaten mate. The common response is to push this pawn and block the queen. But you can just sack your knight and win it back by taking the bishop. Your opponent will take your rook, but if you give a check, you will win it back, since the most common move is to block with the queen. But if they try running away instead of blocking, you can just bring your bishop into the attack, and I will show you mate in a few moves. Now let's go back to the beginning, but instead of taking the pawn, your opponent goes for your knight instead. Your opponent is probably super happy because they think they just won a free knight. But what they don't know is that you have a plan for this, and which is to bring out your tiny d and fork the bishop and knight. Most players take back to get some compensation, but now you attack this knight with your queen. And now black has a super solid position here. You have control over the center, your bishop diagonals are wide open, and this horse is still under attack. So now white is going to defend it with their d-pawn, but you can just bring more pieces into the attack, such as your bishop. The most common response for white is to develop their other knight to defend and attack the queen at the same time. But you can just develop your dark square bishop and pin the knight. And congratulations, you have just successfully countered the fried liver attack. Your pieces are developed. Your king is ready to castle either king or queen side, and you are set to enter a middle game that is in your favor. Subscribe for more.